The use of fake news in Nigeria is a time bomb waiting to explode. This is on the heels that misinformation and hate speech has threatened the peace, unity, security, and the corporate existence of our great country, Nigeria. The relevant authorities in Nigeria have strived to educate the populace on the demerits of fake news and how its continued patronage has aided the spread of terrorism in Nigeria. Even before the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, we know the damage fake news have caused in this country. You'll find situations where there'll be crisis, 2 people might lose their life or be injured. You hear them say hundreds of people. They might bring other things to come and add to make it look catchy. They feel, maybe the media, some of these fake medias, they feel it's by that they can sell. It's fake news that trend, and that's what they use in selling. But we say no, categorically, to hate speech. The Center for Social Justice, Equity and Transparency, in carrying out one of its core mandates, consequently commissioned a special report to look at the menace of fake news in Nigeria in an attempt to bring to the fore the various factors responsible for the spread of fake news in Nigeria, as well as measures and the relevant authorities need to put in place to curtail the spread of fake news in our great country, Nigeria. The Nigerian government has made efforts to inject sanity into the social media space, which today is totally out of control. Contrary to insinuations, the government had no intention of muzzling the media or stifling free speech. The campaign was against fake news and hate speeches. Fake news has proven to possess the capacity of inflicting untold damage to Nigerians' national unity. They represent a clear and imminent danger to the survival of our great nation, Nigeria. Acknowledging that fake news and hate speeches is not only a threat to democracy, but also to peace, security, and corporate existence of Nigeria.
To go a long way. While we've written letters to the Nigerian orientation agencies to do more in orienting the Nigerian public of these states, because like my colleagues have said, most people just pick up their phone, they say news, they just share. But the question I want us to always ask ourselves is this: when we come across any information on the internet, you should ask yourself, what is this about? Once you know what it's about, you now ask yourself, okay, before you share, is this true? Is this genuine? And if it is, or it's not genuine, what is your objective? What is your aim of sharing this information?
News is affecting the insurgency a great lot. Because first of all, when you notice the war against terrorism, a lot of unpatriotic Nigerians, not just Nigerians, I believe people that do not mean well for our great country, come out to peddle fake news. First of all, the kind of fake news they try is to portray Nigeria as a total war zone. For those that have had the privilege of traveling outside the country, say, you are from Nigeria, they'll say Nigeria is at war. 2, they try to discredit the Nigerian military. When it comes to deaths in casualties of Nigerian soldiers, these people pick up the news, exaggerate it, which is fake news. You understand? Then they make the terrorists feel as if they are excelling in the war. Meanwhile, Nigeria is winning the war against terrorism right about now. You know, these things can kill morale of the military. Then 2, is still fear in people that want to come down. I've worked a great deal in the Northeast. I've done researches in the Northeast. It's not as terrible the way people feel. Yes, there's still violence happening there. The Boko Haram still come to attack. But I can give you authoritatively that Maiduguri town has been safe in a very long time. People live their normal lives there. You even see people going to the farm. Agriculture happens there. If there's no agriculture there, people go to the farm. And we know farms are in the bush. If there's no agriculture there, how do you think they eat? People still do grazing. People still feed their cattle to the field. But it's shown as if people that peddle fake news make it look as if what is happening there is a terrible state. I just give an example of how fake news affected the fight against terrorism. I also give the Ikpa issue, because when they did the free medical outreach some years ago, it was fake news that instilled fear in the people, and they said the military were coming to inject the Igbo people with small monkeypox, and everybody was running a laudable project that they would have enjoyed. So that's how fake news have been aiding terrorism. One, the media. Yes, the secular media, they try a whole lot because they regulate information. They check what they report. And sometimes if they even mistakenly, maybe through a correspondent that did not verify, check well, the person is either penalized or they do a disclaimer. There should be laws to also check how these things spread. And we as individuals too should also verify information before we spread those informations on social media. The social media is the number one peddler of fake news now. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So we need to verify seriously before we also. Then the military in its operation, they should also try to even orientate their membership to be discreet in information, even to their family, most especially when it comes to the war against terrorism, so that it won't bring about fake news. Because some of these fake news are even peddled by relatives of some military officers, which maybe they tend to exaggerate. And you know, when they feel it's coming from this source, they don't believe. For example, you now make a call, you say, this place, they suffer, these people are just, and the person, as far as it's a chain, the information keeps changing and changing.